Hello, ladies and gentlemen, loyal Imperial citizens and rebel scum alike. Welcome to another Liam Maiden gameplay video. Back with more Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes today because Hondo Ohnaka is finally arriving at the holotables.
I smell profit! Nice!
Now this is a character that I have been waiting for quite a while in game. He's a huge part of the Star Wars universe outside of the movies, and I'm also super excited because he's going to be a neutral character. I've been saying ever since I've been playing this game, one of the biggest disappointments is that they haven't made use of that neutral tag. So I'm really excited to see Hondo in game, really excited to see him using that neutral tag. I hope that more comes of it. So let's unlock him. So it's unlocked through the Good Business Marquee event. Maybe you've already unlocked him. Looks like a standard unlock, 5 tiers, bonus tier, and then a legacy tier. Let me know down below how you got on. I'm just going to work through them here today. So for tier 1 we get Hondo, Lando, and Lobot. I Smell Profit has different effects when used on dark side or light side targets. Interesting. Okay, so I'm actually kind of liking the model work so far there. The face looks pretty good. That seems to be what they're kind of focusing on now, especially next to those 2 older models there. Pretty impressive. With the holotables welcoming Hondo Ohnaka, I finally have use for some of these old holo recordings I inherited. Hondo was known for his tall tales. You know what? I'll just play the recordings. Okay, let's take a look. Am I going to do the voice? Have I told you about the time me and my crew took down 2 Mandalorians? The corridors of Cloud City were never quite the same after that encounter. I guess I am. Laugh at me down below. He sounds like a vampire. Okay, Hondo's basic attack, I Smell Profit, deals damage to the target and also gives Hondo a stack of ransom. If the target is light side, Hondo removes turn meter from them. If the target is dark side, Hondo gains turn meter. Okay, so light side, he takes it away from them. Dark side gives it to himself. Let's try this out. Okay, a little underwhelming there. Didn't really notice it doing a whole lot. And similarly there, didn't really seem to have any effect. So a little underwhelming so far, and we are taking a ton of damage. You know, I've never used Lobot in game. What does this even do? Dispels negative status effects, so that is useless to me right now. We're just gonna have to do basic attack. That's crazy. I've never used Lobot. Let me know down below what status your Lobot is in, especially if you've got him up at Relic 9. Let me know. Wow, never used him. That is so weird. Okay, so yeah, so far not crazy impressive. I'm going to do what I normally do, which is just use these abilities as they're introduced. So we might be a little slow on this first tier here, especially because it looks like we are going to boom. We just lost Lando. Looks like we're probably going to lose Lobot too, I would say, just because, well, we're not really doing a whole lot of damage. It looks like the Hondo, they've maybe anticipated this because it looks like Hondo is kind of invulnerable right there. He doesn't seem to be taking any damage at all. So they've obviously expected this to happen here. But this is an interesting setup. This has a different feel, I think, to some of the other unlocks here, which are normally very, very easy. Not that this is necessarily challenging, because it certainly doesn't look like we're going to lose Hondo, but already lost Lando, and Lobot is down for the count. Okay, boom. That's the first boom. Bye-bye, Lobot. That's the first Boba Fett gone. Second Boba Fett gone. I guess we'll take out Cara. Yeah, I mean, what have they done to Hondo right there? He should be dead by now. That's a bunch of damage, but he's not taking anything. We're just very, very slowly chipping away at these guys with the basic. Bye-bye, Cara Dune. Okay. Just Fennec. I met Fennec when I went to Disney World recently. The actors they have there playing the characters are just outstanding. They never break character. Boom. Fennec number 1 gone. Boom. Bye-bye, Fennec number 2. There we go. So that's the first tier completed. Whoa, and some shards in the bag. I love that neutral white background there. Very cool. Can't wait to see more of that in-game. Okay, a little bit of an underwhelming tier 1. Let's move on to tier 2. So we're getting Hondo, Gas this time, and Ahsoka Tano. Okay, strategy tips. I don't want to kill you per se. Can temporarily remove an opponent from the fight. Interesting. Presumably they're going to give us more information about that. I don't even know what that means. Let's find out, I guess. Let me tell you about the time I faced off against a Sith Lord while fighting beside the greatest Jedi of all time. Man, this voice is killing me. Hondo can make most opponents his captive through his special ability, I don't want to kill you per se. The captive speed is set to 0 and they can't gain bonus turn meter or perform out of turn attacks. Okay, so the captive is freed at the start of Hondo's second turn when the enemy gains 25 bonuses or if Hondo is defeated. Okay, so it's kind of like a really powerful stun, I get you. So let's throw that on Vader right here. Interesting, yeah, so it's basically just a stun. They've got those little kind of shackle manacles above him there. I guess we'll try and take him out while he's stunned? I'm not really sure. I guess, yeah, the stormtroopers are going to taunt anyway, so. So that's interesting. Remove the wording there. They've obviously, you know, they're being a little liberal with the wording, because remove his opponent, remove the captive from the game, from the battle, whatever they said. That I thought they were going to disappear, you know, from the battle to come back at a later point, which would have been weird. So it makes sense. It's just basically a stun, maybe a little bit like Thrawn's fracture, but maybe actually not quite as impressive. Boom, bye-bye Vader. But still useful. I imagine this is still going to be useful. And I do like the, you know, as they introduced in that first tier there, the idea that his attacks are going to have different effects on light side or dark side characters, really playing with that neutral tag there. It does mean against Boom, an enemy like this, Hondo is going to grant himself a lot of turn meters, so that is pretty cool. So that was easy. That was easy. I do really like that white background there. All right, moving on to tier 3. So looks like we get Hondo, Cat, so we got Cat to play with, and Mob Enforcer. Interesting. Insolence, we are pirates, has different effect when used on light side or dark side allies. Okay, interesting. So that's why they've given us both a light side and a dark side ally here. Let's give this a shot. Of course, the Imperial Inquisitors once thought I was harboring a Jedi, which I was, but she was paying me a lot of credit, so it's completely beside the point. Hondo can call an ally to attack using the special ability Insolence, we're pirates. This ability will also cleanse debuffs from scoundrel allies and has additional effects based on the alignment of the unit called to assist. Interesting. Well, Hondo will also gain defense up and offense for the rest of the encounter for each stack of ransom he has when he uses the ability. Okay, so there's a lot of separate elements coming into play here. I guess we'll just, it's not really going to do anything. Did that even do anything? I'm not sure what that did with Cat there. So he's got ransom now. Okay, and protection up and defense up. Okay, and one stack of ransom there. So I guess we'll kind of see as this moves forward. So we've put the shackles captive on, boom, that Inquisitor back there. Again, Inquisitor's not a squad I have invested in at all. Obviously, they were pushed like Billio, pushed like crazy in the game. I super resisted and just have not invested at all. So, and they all look so familiar to me, except for kind of Ninth Sister and the Grand Inquisitor. They all look the same to me, so I'm not gonna. I don't even remember who these other ones are. I guess Seventh Sister. She kind of stands out a bit. Let's throw this over to Mob Enforcer. There we go. So that cleansed the debuffs. Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, this is proving effective here. Boom. There we go. Thank you, Cat. I feel like Cat did more of that there than Hondo, but I don't know. That was pretty effective and it was kind of fun, so I will take it. I'm still not entirely sure how that interacted with Cat, that ability there, but let's see. Okay, moving on to tier 4, so we get Hondo, Jedi Knight, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Chewie. Okay, that's just good business. Wow, it's a lot of text. When Hondo has a lot of stacks of ransom, ransom will maximize the... What? Hondo has a lot of stacks. Ransom will maximize the bonuses. If Hondo's captive is defeated before Hondo has 10 stacks of ransom, Hondo will flee. Wow. Omicron ability. In Grand Arena, Hondo will gain turn meter at the start of the encounter as well as several stats at the start of his turn if the enemy has the captive debuff. And this is being simmed as if it's in Grand Arena. It will flee? That was a lot of text and I don't even understand it. He's going to flee. What does that mean? He actually leaves? So if you put captive on someone, you don't want to kill them while they're captive? Is that what that's saying? This is so weird. And then there was that time on Endor. I rescued the famous Luke Skywalker and his friends from native Ewoks who thought they would make a delicious meal. Okay, that's just good business as Hondo's unique ability that gives him bonuses to his health steal and the ability to gain ransom when he evades. Okay, Hondo also gains bonuses based on how many stacks of ransom he has. If the captive target is defeated before Hondo has 10 of ransom, Hondo will flee. Wow, I guess we're going to do that and see what happens. This seems weird. This is just a weird mechanic to me. I guess we'll check this out. We want to take out Wicket first here, I suppose. Boom. Not that we're really in any danger here. I guess what I should have done was throw captive on. We'll do that. I guess we'll do that now. We'll throw it onto Ewok Scout. And now let's take out Ewok Scout and see what happens with Hondo. Yeah. Wow. Hondo leaves. What is that about? I don't know how I feel about that. What is the point of that mechanic? That is just weird to me. And it's a Grand Arena specific thing? Is that right? No, Grand Arena just gives him boosts to the stat. Wow, that's weird, folks. That is just weird. Maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me know down below your thoughts and comments on that ability, because that is just weird. Now we're on to the final unlocked tier, tier 5. We got Hondo, Mob Enforcer, and Greedo. If Mob Enforcer and Greedo are defeated, Hondo will gain counter chance, defense, evasion, offense, potency, and tenacity for the rest of the encounter. Mob Enforcer and Greedo are super weak, so they can die off quickly. Okay, let's give this a shot. So no leader, so Hondo does not have leader ability. During the Clone Wars, I kidnapped the fabled separatist leader Count Dooku. He never quite forgave me for that little transgression. Okay, Hondo's second ultimate ability, I guess we won't be friends, gives him benefits in reaction to other characters gaining buffs, bonus turn meter, or when they're called to assist. Additionally, if Hondo had 2 or more other allies at the start of the encounter and is the last character remaining on his side, he gains several stats, unspecified, and 100% turn meter. I guess we're gonna find out. We're gonna see that in action. So we're just waiting for, oh, okay, I was going to say we're waiting for Greedo and Mob Enforcer to die. Greedo helped us out there, so Mob Enforcer. Boom, there we go. So we gained some stats. Okay, so we gained some buffs. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I see. I mean, we still lost those allies, so in certain areas of the game you're not going to want to have that happen, but we got a bunch of ransom and bonus protection. Fine. Seems like we're going to get through this relatively easily here. So the one thing I will say is I am loving this background. This is a very Clone Wars background, and I am here for it. Bye-bye, General Grievous. I guess... So that Magna Guard doesn't seem to be taunting. I guess we're going to throw... Boom, there we go. So we got ability block on both of them there, and exposed. I like that. Boom, bye-bye, Count Dooku. Yeah, I really love this background. That, to me, this is kind of unfortunate, but that, to me, is the most exciting thing about this entire unlock, is that background right there. I don't think I've seen that one before, and I like it. Very Clone Wars. Boom, there we go. That's our final shards for Hondo. Guys, he seems like a weird toon. I haven't watched any other videos to see what anyone else is saying about this, but he seems kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about this. Let's move on to the bonus tier, the final tier for us here today. We get Hondo, use the knowledge that we've gathered to see if we can win this fight against the Empire for some mods and an Omega. So we've got Hondo in the leader slot there, and he doesn't have leader ability. I guess we're going to stick with Scoundrels here. And you know what? Screw it. I think I'm just going to throw in Han and Chewie, and then let's throw some Mandalorians in, Boba and Jango, and let's see how we do here. As a pirate, I would often run afoul of the system authorities. Usually a handshake containing a few credits is all it would take, but there was one time that I happened to encounter some of the Empire's most incorruptible officers. Last time for the Hondo voice. Probably. kudos to you if you've made it this far. So we threw captive there on Piat. I mean, we're just gonna cut through these guys here. Chewie and Han are gonna take this home for us. Hondo and the Mandalorians are just along for the ride. So yeah, I don't know, right? Really super keen to hear your thoughts down below on this one, more so than with most unlocks, because I was excited about Hondo. I'm still excited. What I really want them to do is give him a ship. I think it'd be cool if you could see a fleet of neutral, maybe bounty hunter. I don't know. Maybe they won't do that now because of what they've done with Piat, actually. The Executor, boom. But you know, I'm still excited for him, but this is a weird, his abilities are weird. Maybe that's just because he's a new neutral character, but I don't know. So let me know your thoughts down below. That is us here in terms of this event here, because the legacy one, you need a 5-star Hondo, and in order to do that, you need to pay, and I will not be doing that here today, but we are going to unlock and take a little bit of a better look at this model here. Let's do it. Activate. Boom, there we go. 2-star Hondo Ohnaka in the bag. It is an okay model. So there's this trend that I noticed last time and I've spoken about, that they're really focusing on the faces, I think at the expense of the body. It doesn't, and it looks like this is no exception here. I like what they've done with the face. It's not super accurate to the Clone Wars kind of animation. It's maybe a little more realistic, I would say. But I like it a lot. It actually reminds me of his appearance in the Smuggler's Run ride at Disney World, if you've ever been, at Galaxy's Edge. I think it's a pretty cool model. I'm just going to see if there's any other neutral. There aren't. So just Hondo. I am excited to see more neutral characters. I want more smugglers, more people who are just a little gray. I think some existing characters could be moved into that. I don't know that they're gonna do that actually, but I think it would be cool. Anyway, yeah, the model, I mean, it's fine. The face is pretty good, but I'm disappointed with the body and no fidget there. So, you know how I love a fidget. I really like it if they got a little bit of movement in there. But you know what? I will take it. It seems like a fine, serviceable model. But as I said, really in two minds about this. Not sure how I feel about Hondo. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. Be really keen to hear them. Well, that is all from me today. Thank you for being part of this journey, being along for the ride with me here. If you have enjoyed this video, found it informative or entertaining in any way, please consider giving it a like, a thumbs up down below. I really do appreciate it, and it helps out the channel. And hey, while you're here, why not consider subscribing to Liam Maiden Gameplay? I drop new gameplay videos for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Marvel Strike Force, amongst others, every single week, and I would love to have you along for the ride. That is all from me today. I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, look after each other. And remember, the Force will be with you. Always.